Hello guys, Blender is not recognizing accents on a text editor or any text input that you have to put inside the software. In Linux, especially Linux Mint, that's the Linux that I use. Okay, why does that happen? Have you ever come across with this issue? So I came across today and I had to deliver a project for a Spanish client that has to have text with accents. And for my surprise, I always use it in Linux, nothing in Windows, nothing wrong happened. But here in Linux Mint, it happened and I was, oh shit, I didn't know what to do. And before I had a few issues in Blender here that I thought that was related to Linux, but it wasn't actually, it was related to Blender. But in this case, I use Cloud to figure out. I dig into this today, and after a few research, and I figured that it is something that happened in Linux, right? Somehow my keyboard is US international with that keys, and in Linux it works fine. Everything everywhere I can type, but in Blender it doesn't recognize the accent for some reason, you know. But I create a solution for that, right? It's something that it's a miscommunication between the kernels and how it translates Blender in Linux. I'm talking about Linux Mint. I don't know if that happened in other Linux, right? So I create a solution for that, and I'm gonna explain you what is the problem, right? All my Blender versions, as you can see here, are inside home, okay, my programs, and all my Blender versions are here. 4.5, 5.0, 5.1, okay? However, if I go here, those are zipped files directly downloaded from blender.org and extracted. So it should work well, and for everything else that I didn't notice anything else, it works well except for this, right? If I turn it on, if I put a text here, I can type, for example, Y. But if I try to type accent, it doesn't work any accent at all. So that sucks, right? So the solution for that is that I wrote this script. Actually, I didn't wrote this script. It was a cloud that helps me to create that, right? And I call it Linux Blender Setup, right? Basically, what it does is like with this script, you are telling Linux, okay, those are apps. You have to take those apps and allow them to use the keyboard completely, and also recognizing them as softwares and create the icons inside the and create the icons inside the main panel. Okay, and I'm gonna run the script here to you and tell you how what happens. You have to make sure that this is allowed to execute as a program, right? And then you run in terminal, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, it will open this, and then you just put it here, this, oops, you put it here, this path, okay, which is the path that your Blender is in your computer, right? And then you apply the fix. As soon as you apply the fix, it applies the fix for all the Blender versions that you have. It recognizes all the Blender versions. It applies the fix for all of them at once. And now, if you go here, you will have your Blender. Uh, if you go here, you have your Blender icons here, right? Ready for you to use it. Okay. So now, what happens? I already put them here in my menu. I'm gonna open from here, and you will see what's gonna happen. Now, if I add any text and I try to put accent, everything works. as expected. You see, all the assets are here, right? Nothing wrong, nothing wrong. Let me see another asset. Uh, pa, 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 pa. Here we go. See, everything works as it should, and now you can open your Blender here to the icons. You can put the icons on your panels, and everything works well. So I hope I had helped you guys, and I'm glad that I could figure that for me today, especially. But now I'm gonna put this script for free on my Patreon, and you can subscribe as a free member. I'm gonna be once in a while always put some free content there, but I also have some paid content and some content that only paid members get access to. It's cheap, and I it helps me to keep developing the tools. But if you don't want to spend on anything and this is going to be useful for you, just subscribe as a free member and get it, and get the other things that I will be putting there as well. And if one day you think that makes sense to subscribe and help me to keep developing those tools, subscribe. It's a big deal. I have lots of products in Blender Market, in Gumroad, and now I'm gonna be putting contents about Linux as well there. And yeah, you will get benefits to have all of that for you to download and use it. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. I hope that helps you, and